There is a high correlation between Bitcoin and gold. How the movement of gold can help us to predict the next movement of Bitcoin? Let's analyze. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Simon from My Crypto Paradise. 2 days ago I have told you 3 trillion market cap is ahead of us. As you can see, we have broke from this trend line and we have been about to move towards our Fibonacci retracement level at $3 trillion. As you can see, that's exactly what we have done. We have hit exactly $3 trillion market cap. That's exactly confluencing perfectly with our Fibonacci retracement level right here, which we have been analyzing in the previous video, and that means that after we have broke above this descending trend line, we have made around 37% increase of the total crypto market cap, and that's truly something that reminds us the bull market in 2021. Not because of the gains, we have been making nice gains previously as well, but the rapidness of this movement. Also in the previous video I have been sharing with you that we are about to hit $93,000. I have shared with you this weekly chart on Bitcoin, and as you can see right now we are hitting our resistance zone on the daily. I will be talking about that, but take a look at the weekly time frame. We are right now trying to reclaim our 272 Fibonacci retracement level on a weekly time frame. So the confluence with the crypto total market cap is obvious. The Bitcoin is much more dominant than other altcoins because the overall crypto total market cap, even though we have been analyzing this level the same way on Bitcoin and also in the crypto total market cap, the whole market cap just reached below it, right? However, the Bitcoin is trying to overcome it, and we will be talking about the importance of holding above it the next weekly candle close in a few minutes. Right now let's switch to daily time frame. As you remember from our free Telegram channels, just yesterday on 11th of November I have been sharing with you that we are going into our 93,000 zone, and that's exactly where we are right now. And I have also told you what's gonna happen after we hit the 93,000 zone. So after hitting the 90 to 93k zone, a sharp correction forward, the demand zone is likely. Let's take a look what's happening right now. We have hit exactly $90,000 and right now we are seeing a nice reaction in terms of little correction. But is this the correction that will take us back towards our key demand zone? For that we will get better understanding if we analyze more of our exclusive data. But first, how this major ultra high time frame resistance was important to determine for our trading strategies. Well, you know that from the previous videos we have been taking a look at some powerful altcoins, right? And that's exactly where we've been taking our profits. For example, take a look at GME, GameStop, absolute beauty. We have taken just this morning target one for 86% profit. Ladies and gentlemen, this is calculated on spot, no leverage applied. Together with that, we have also hit some nice scalping trade on Atom with leverage for a solid $258,000 for 258% profit. Take a look at that trade. Look at this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly what you need to do. The placement of sell targets, your exit sell targets, where you take in profit, needs to be so much higher if you want to be profitable in the long term than your stop losses. Take a look at the stop loss. The stop loss always needs to be as tight as possible and the sell targets as high as possible. Together with taking profits, we have been taking a look what's happening to other day traders, and we been left with open mouths because we have seen that almost 260,000 traders were liquidated, which was, based on our calculation, 97% of the recent daily trading participants, which is absolutely crazy. And that's why we always remind you, paradisers, protect your wealth, trade safe with a proper trading strategy and money management. The professional trading is not a sprint, it's a marathon. If you want to keep making money consistently, you need to be applying defensive strategies, money management, and don't try to make it in one trade, right? This is not gambling. If you want to gamble, go to casino, right? But if you will treat trading as a gambling, it will give you gambling results. However, if you will be treating it as a business, well, it will give you business business results, and that's what we all about in MicroCrypto Paradise. Right now, based on looking at funding rates, we can see that the shakeouts that we have seen today will keep on happening. Take a look at the positive funding rates, loads of late over leveraged long positions just trying to get rich quick. They are in absolute fear of missing out, and that's exactly what is very well known about the final E-Wave. Okay, so let's remind something. We are right now in the final motive impulsive wave from our Elliott Wave theory. This is the fifth wave. All right, let's go through it one more time. A, B, these are disbelief waves, right? After a bearish phase, everybody still think that we are still in a bearish mode, so nobody was buying here. Well, unlike us. And if you have been around, you have been also accumulating and placing bitcoins in your hard wallet, not as day trading strategies, but as we told you, for a long term, right? And also in the end of this video, I will tell you why Bitcoin in 2 years until 2026 will hit $240,000. But before that, let's analyze what's happening right now. So then we got this expansion C wave, right? Then we've been for 7 months in this boring phase where loads of people lost loads of money. This is called D wave, a classic D wave that was overextended, right? And right now, after we have broken from this descending trend line, we have started the most crazy, most emotional E wave, right? It's not longer than the C wave, but it's the most emotional, it's the most fear of missing out, and it's also the fastest one, right? We can see that on the price section. We have gained just 10% on Bitcoin just yesterday, so it is really the final E-Wave. So right now we have already hit our 90,000 level. We know from the date analysis that the $90,000 to $93,000 are working as a resistance, right? And now what will help us to determine if the Bitcoin will correct back to the key demand zone from here, or we can go towards the $93,000 or slightly above towards our 1.618 Fibonacci retracement zone at $101,000, and then start the correction. That will help us something what most people are not looking at, and that's the correlation between gold and Bitcoin. As you know, the Bitcoin in the past few months have been preceding the price action, and Bitcoin been very nicely following it, right? So the gold right now is the leader, the Bitcoin is the follower. Both of them had a breakout from this falling wedge. As you can see, gold broke as the first one and started the rally, right? Afterwards also Bitcoin broke and started the rally. The gold had a first rejection where most of the people thought that we will plummet lower, right? And right now that's something what's happening in Bitcoin. We are finally having some bigger correction, even though it's just 6%, and you have seen how much people lost their accounts and got liquidated for. However, it's the first correction that is scaring at least some people, right? So after that, what happened with gold was that we continued a little bit higher, and then we started the correction back to where the falling wedge pattern started, right? And right now it seems that Bitcoin will see one more high before we start correct, right? So that can end up at that $93,000, or we can go a little bit higher toward $101,000. After that, we can get the correction back to around $67,000, which is the key demand zone, right? Previously this was working as a key supply zone, as resistance, but after we have broke above it, right now it will be working as a demand zone, and the strong support will be acting at around $76 to $73, right? So it can actually hold the Bitcoin to fall that low as gold did towards the bottom of the falling wedge pattern, because as you can see, the zone is right above it, right above the falling wedge pattern. Let me put it straight to 76. Let me turn it green, and we can expect that Bitcoin will be falling down to here as a retest of the demand. Once we start falling, what is going to interest us the most is how we will be falling. If it's going to be a more complex wave, we will not be buying here. If it's going to be in ABC, that will mean that it's counter trend, and this will be an excellent buying opportunity. Right now, what is very important is that we are still strong strongly bullish on altcoins. This is exactly what I have been sharing with you in the previous videos. Others index, crypto total market cap excluding top 10 coins, right? And I told you, once we break above this orange line and we close the daily candle above it, we will start getting very aggressively. And as we hold above this trending line, which is moving average 25, we are still very bullish on altcoins, and every shakeout that is happening due to over leverage long positions is for us just a blessing from the heaven, and we are treating it as a buying opportunity. What's important to watch before the correction of Bitcoin will happen is the current trading sentiment, and unlike the funding rates, the crypto trading sentiment on social media is not that high just yet. It's just slightly above average, right? So we are just waiting for the E-Wave, ultra high time frame E-Wave to really go full emotion, full fear of missing out mode before we start to take majority of our profits before expecting some bigger correction. I will put a link in the description. This is on our website, so you can look at it as well and monitor what's going on behind the scenes with us. Right now it's important to understand that we are in the final, most emotional E-Wave, right? And afterwards we can have some correction. If we take a look at the previous price action, what happened in 2021, you can see the same thing, right? A, B, C, D, E. This E-Wave was the most emotional, and once we start a bigger correction, it happened in ABC pattern. That how we knew that we will have another expansion. However, it was counter trend, it was in ABC. That is why we knew we will start a longer, more complex correction, right? Does it need to happen right now that we will correct in ABC and then have expansion in ABC as well? I don't think so. I think this is going to be an ABC correction that will take us probably towards $56,000. One of the reasons is that it also happened in the past. As you can see, this D-Wave right here, take a look at the price action, by the way. Take a look at the price action, ladies and gentlemen. This D-Wave also was held below this descending trend line, as well as we have it right now, right? As we had this D-Wave also under this descending trend line. And take a look at the wicks at the bottom. That's exactly the same structure that was in this D-Wave in 2021 as well. Then we broke to the upside. That was the final E-Wave, most emotional one. We have seen lots of people smashing their head on the wall because they have not been buying with us at these prices. And then we started the correction, right? The ABC correction. And where the ABC correction ended? It ended at the bottom of the D-Wave and also confluenced with 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. So let's take a look at our case right here. We also have this 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level at the bottom of the D-Wave, and the D-Wave is around $55,000, right? And from the current market price, or from that $93,000, it's around how much the correction is going to be. Let me see. It's going to be around 50%, right? And let's take a look at what happened, how strong the correction was in 2021 after the final E-Wave. It was also around 50%, right? Can you see that? Also 50%, around that. So very high likely that we will see $55,000 in the next few months. However, until 2026 is finished, I still believe that $240,000 will be seen. And one of the reasons is not just the technicals that I will explain to you in the next video, okay? I will not be telling you right now how I have come to that $240,000, but one of the main reasons is right now also the chart which I have shared with you when everybody was bearish, extremely bearish on 12th of September 2023. Yeah, you know how cheap Bitcoin was back then, right? And I told you the next 3 years will be amazing. And why? Because we have been in this C-Wave. Let me make sure that you will see it right here at this C-Wave. And the C, what it says, years of hard times, low prices, and good times to buy stocks, but also crypto, right? 2023, 3 good years ahead of us until 2026, right? Until 2026. And then we will be in the B phase. And what it says, years of good times, high prices, and the time to sell stocks and value of all kinds, which is crypto as well, right? So this is a very secret graph. Don't show it. It's just for you paradisers. But what does it mean? It means that the accumulation in our hard wallets, I'm not talking about the day trading capital, I'm talking about the accumulation we have been doing at around $20,000. We will be selling at 2026, okay? Where most of the people will not be thinking about selling, they will be buying loads of stuff, but we will be preparing ourselves for the 6 years of recession, okay, until 2032, okay? We will be getting ready for that, paradisers, and I will be updating you about what we are doing with our money. So with this, keeping in mind, until 2026 there is loads of great opportunities, but you need to survive, ladies and gentlemen. Don't try to get rich quick in few trades. Play it smart, play it with a strategy. That's exactly what Paradise Family VIP is about. If you have enjoyed this video, please smash the like button, subscribe. I will see you next time, probably in 7 days, in next Tuesday, because this week we are leaving to meet some hedge fund managers because they have some questions about us, the Paradise team. So we will be out of the studio. Our main priority is trading, so we will be focusing on that, but the next video will be probably next Tuesday, maybe sooner, we will see. But until then, we will be active on free Telegram channels, and obviously with our Paradise Family VIPs, we will be maximizing our profitability on the current wonderful volatility. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you next week. Until then, take care, and I will see you in Paradise Family VIP. Cheers!